Hello and welcome to Midday Update. These are the headlines for today. Mass vaccinations begin at private hospitals in Oman. Oman hospitals see a surge in COVID-19 cases. Omani doctor wins Arab Doctor Award 2021. Saudi Arabia issues decision on Hajj. Bangladesh's educational institutions to remain closed. 13 injured in Texas shooting. Euro 2020 Denmark-Finland match suspended after Christian Eriksen collapses on pitch. Those are the headlines for today. Now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in the Sultanate. Before we move on to our weather update, here is our fact for the day. There are 760 lightning storms an hour on Earth. That is our fact for the day. Now let's move on to our weather update. An alert has been issued by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities saying that there will be a reduction in visibility due to the fog formation. There will be clear to partly cloudy skies along the coastal areas of the Far and adjoining mountains with intermittent drizzle. And there will be mainly clear skies and rise in temperature in the rest of the Sultanate with chances of convective clouds development over Al-Hajar Mountains in the afternoon. And there's also possible chances of late night to early morning low-level clouds or fog patches along the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. And now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 45 to 35 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny, temperatures between 43 to 35 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 38 to 31 degrees Celsius. South Al-Batana will have thunder showers, temperatures between 43 to 30 degrees Celsius. Al-Buraymi will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 46 to 31 degrees Celsius. Al-Dhahira will have thunder showers, temperatures between 48 to 32 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhiliya will have thunder showers, temperatures between 49 to 32 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiyya will have thunder showers, temperatures between 48 to 31 degrees Celsius. South Al-Sharqiyya will be sunny, temperatures between 44 to 33 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 48 to 33 degrees Celsius. And the Far will have thunder showers, temperatures between 33 to 22 degrees Celsius. Hello and welcome back to our midday update. And now with our local stories. Private hospitals in Oman have begun to vaccinate tens of thousands of people with the COVID-19 vaccines, with preparations being made for them to store the jabs required to take part in the country's immunization drive. In partnership with the Ministry of Health, private hospitals and clinics that have registered to take part in the national immunization campaign against the coronavirus can offer vaccinations to both walk-in patients and those who have registered in advance. Those who wish to get vaccinated at private hospitals will need to pay a fee, which depends on the type of vaccine they choose to take. Over at NMC Hospital, patients can book the AstraZeneca vaccine at 22 Omani Riyals for both jabs. People who wish to register can visit the hospital's Facebook and Instagram pages, where instructions on how to sign up have been published in their stories in both platforms. Alternatively, the hospital's Facebook page also contains a link to a Google form where the people can book their vaccination appointment according to their convenience. A number of hospitals in the Sultanate have exceeded the capacity allocated to the COVID-19 patients in intensive care units rooms, reaching 157% in Sohar and Nizwa hospitals. According to the Ministry of Health, the data until June 11th, 2021, the number of inpatients in intensive care reached 338 with an occupancy rate of 99%. Royal Hospital reached 95% of its capacity from a total of 66 ICU units. Khawla Hospital 92% with the 36 beds. SQU Hospital reached 100% with 11 beds for COVID-19 patients. Rostaq Hospital 110%. Nizwa Hospital 157%. 21 beds located for COVID-19s and 12 beds added. Sohar Hospital also reached 175% of its capacity in ICU with 33 patients, Sur Hospital 106%, Boremi Hospital 80%, Ibri Hospital 133%, Army Forces Hospital at Al Khod 79%, and Sultan Qaboos Hospital at Salalah 54%. Khasab Hospital and Armed Forces Hospital in Salalah are the only two hospitals with zero COVID-19. Dr. Khadim Al-Jafar Al-Lawati, Senior Consultant in Cardiology and Director General of Specialized Medical Care at the Ministry of Health, obtained the Arab Doctor Award 2021. The award was announced during the virtual regular session of the Arab Health Ministers' Council. Dr. Khadim was given the prize in recognition of the contribution in the field of developing the cardiology services at the local, regional, and international levels. The award targets physicians of the health field and its various branches, as well as the health sciences in the Arab world or those working abroad with distinct initiatives carried out with Arab lands and lead to enhancement of the health services. The Arab Doctor Award promotes innovations and health programs to achieve progress in primary health care. Those are our local stories for now. We will take a small commercial break and we will move on to international stories.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to our midday update, and now with our international stories. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has announced that this year's Hajj will be restricted to citizens and residents inside the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia only, up to a total of 60,000 pilgrims due to the continuing developments of the pandemic and the emergence of new strains of the novel coronavirus in the world. The Saudi press agency said the Saudi Ministry of Health issued a statement in which it said that the given nature of the crowds during the Hajj, where people spend extended times in multiple and specific places in accordance with the order of performing the rituals, makes the application of the highest levels of health precautions a very vital matter. It was decided to limit the availability of registration for those wishing to perform the Hajj rituals for this year, 1442, to citizens and residents inside the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia only, through the electronic path for the pilgrims that will be launched by the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah, in order to ensure that the rituals are performed in health security and safety while adhering to regulatory controls, health standards, and security requirements, the ministry added in a statement. The Bangladeshi government has extended the COVID-19 educational institution and 19 infection rate has risen substantially in parts of the country. The country's Ministry of Education announced a decision on Saturday saying that all secondary and higher secondary level educational institutions, including Islamic schools, would remain closed until the 30th of June. Previously, the closure was extended in phases till June 13th. The ministry's notification said the decision was taken upon the advice of a technical committee as the pandemic situation worsened in some parts of the country bordering India. The decision is aimed at ensuring that the safety of students, teachers, institution employees, and guardians, and online academic activities of all schools and colleges will continue as usual. Since March last year, the virus has spread to nearly every Bangladeshi district, and the total number of cases has risen to 824,486, with 13,071 deaths, including 39 recorded dead on Saturday. At least 13 people were wounded in a Texas shooting in the U.S. on Saturday morning. While the suspected shooter was not immediately arrested, local media reported that the gunfire erupted at about 1:30 a.m. local time in a busy entertainment district in downtown Austin City. 2 victims were in critical conditions, but at 4 a.m. local time, no one died. Austin Police Chief told a media briefing 11 injured people were taken to a local hospital and one to a different hospital, and the other was taken to ICU with gunshot wounds. It's not clear at this point what sparked this off, but out of an abundance of caution, we have notified the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. Those are our international stories. We will take a small commercial break and we will finish up with our sports news.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update, and now for our sports news. The Euro 2020 match between Denmark and Finland in Copenhagen was suspended due to the medical emergency on Saturday. Denmark star Christian Eriksen suddenly collapsed just before halftime, and medical team was rushed onto the pitch to attend to the player. Eriksen's teammates formed a ring around him as he was being attended by. The midfielder was carried out of in a stretcher, and the match suspended before the halftime whistle. Meanwhile, in another match, Kiefer Moore was the star of the day as Wales played out a 1-1 draw against Switzerland in their opening game on Saturday. Moore's 74th minute goal cancelled out Breel Embolo's opener to earn the Dragons a valuable point in Group A. Both teams showed intent from the first minute, however, no side was able to score in its opening half. Embolo finally broke the Welsh resistance on the 49th minute with a powerful downward header after pulling away from his marker. It was his 6th international goal as Switzerland went ahead in the match. But Wales struck back in the 74th minute as Moore's terrific movement created space to capitalize by glancing in from Joe Morrell's pinpoint cross. Wales will next lock horns with Turkey on Wednesday, while Switzerland will face Italy on the same day. That's all our news for today. Tune in again tomorrow at the same time for more Midday Update. Thank you for watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.